Now, you might want to watch out for one hand in particular. Here's Daniel Negreanu, the man with the highest tournament earnings of all time, to explain.
On today's show, we're going to be talking about Ace-10. Why Ace-10? Because Ace-10 is the epitome of a trouble hand. On this hand, we have an amateur, Ernest Wiggins, playing on the big game against some professional players. Now, here he's dealt Ace-10 offsuit right next to the button, and he decides to just call. I don't like this play at all. If you're going to play Ace-10, which is a marginal hand, you need to be the aggressor. You need to be raising or folding. And I think with this hand in late position, it's certainly worth a raise, so that's what he should have done. Instead, he just calls. Now I fold. Doyle Brunson, he calls from the small blind, and in the big blind, Phil Laak has absolutely nothing, a Queen-6 offsuit. And he decides to raise the pot, okay? Now, you've got your Ace-10, you've limped in, and what you've allowed to have happen here is Phil Laak is bullying you. He doesn't know here that Phil Laak has Queen-6. Phil Laak could have one of those hands that have him dominated. Ace-Jack, Ace-Queen, Ace-King, or even Jacks, Queens, Kings, or Aces. Had you raised with Ace-10 coming in, everybody folds, you pick up the pot, which is the ideal situation with a hand like Ace-10. You don't really want anyone to call because there's so many hands better than Ace-10. So really, it's basically like a hand you want to steal with. What you don't want to do is play it weak, limp in, and then be forced to fold to a raise. I do like the fold though, because once you've limped in and you've been raised, you don't want to defend with Ace-10. You're always better being the raiser than the caller. Now we're going to take a look at a hand that was played at an EPT final table, and once again, the hand in question is Ace-10. With the blinds at 20 and 40,000, Ivo Donev is dealt Ace-10 of hearts. Now, he's got a little over 20 big blinds, a little over 800,000 in chips, which makes this spot a very tricky situation. If he just makes a standard raise at something like 80 or 90,000, somebody may re-raise him, putting him in an awkward spot. So what does he like to do? He likes to go all in. I don't necessarily love this play, because if anyone behind you has one of those hands that have you dominated, they're surely going to call. Ace-Queen, Ace-King, Pocket Jacks or better are definitely going to call. And if they do, you're going to be a big underdog to win this pot. Okay. Right. And there you go, a little bit unlucky, but someone behind him has Ace-Queen. And because he's moved all in here, it doesn't look like he has Aces or Kings. He's likely going to get called by all these hands. I would have preferred a standard raise and then maybe fold to a re-raise with a hand like Ace-10. So now the dreaded situation has arisen. He's up against Ace-Queen. He's going to have to catch a 10 or 3 hearts, which makes him about a 2-to-1 underdog. Right. So no luck there for Donev. He hits the rail with Ace-10, and you will too if you overplay it in these kind of situations. Be careful with Ace-10. Use it as a stealing hand, and don't get too involved.